If you're watching this video, you should have accomplished steps 1, 2, and 3, and now you're ready to start drafting, and we're starting with the introduction. The purpose of the introduction is to get your reader's attention and make them keep reading. It's also to set up clues so they can predict what the essay will be about. Our essay is going to look like this. That went a little fast. Yesterday, we worked on bucketing or organizing our controlling idea and finding the 3 paragraphs or the topics for each paragraph of animal research that was going to support our controlling idea. Today, we're going to work on the introduction with the hook, the lead-in, and the controlling idea statement. Here are the jobs of the 3 parts of the introduction. The hook asks, how can I grab the reader's attention with this topic? The lead-in asks, what background information does my reader need to know to understand my controlling idea? In most cases, this will be, what's the problem going on with my biomedical topic? And 3, what's my controlling idea? What's the main point that I plan to support in my paper? And this is probably going to be how researchers are trying to find a solution to the problem that you just described. I'm going to write my introduction backwards. I'm going to start at the bottom with the controlling idea because the controlling idea is the most important part. Both the lead-in and the hook are designed to lead you to the controlling idea. If you don't know what the controlling idea is, it's hard to do the lead-in. So the controlling idea is the main point of your paper. It's probably going to set up as a solution to a problem. Also, your controlling idea statement should provide a roadmap to your paper's organization. Let's see what that might look like. I'm going to go back to my bucketing from yesterday and look at my controlling idea, which was the solution to the problem. Animal research is helping doctors increase the number of organs available for transplant. That's what they're trying to solve, not having enough organs. And then my buckets really provide the roadmap for how I'm going to do that. They're doing it this way, and this way, and this way. So I'm just going to copy down the solution statement and the list of items from the bucket list descriptions, put them all together in the sentence, and that's my controlling idea. So to review what I just did, I took the first part of my controlling idea statement, researchers are trying to, that's the solution, and then I put the word by, and I made my list of 3 things. It might look like this. Researchers are trying to increase the number of people who survive breast cancer. By, then I'm going to have 3 items for my buckets, or maybe only 2 if you only have 2. I'm going to use a verb that ends in the word ing, like helping doctors see tumors during surgery to remove them, providing personalized chemotherapy, and preventing breast cancer cells from spreading to other parts of the body. If this seems like too long and awkward a sentence, you can make it 2 sentences to start, and we can always work on streamlining it during revision. Now that I've got my controlling idea, I need to work on the lead-on. What do I need to explain to have the solution in my controlling sentence make sense to the reader? I need a basic statement of the problem. I also need some context. Why do I care about this? Why should you? So I'm going to have a little bit of information about my personal connection and a little statement about what the problem in the wider community, in the biomedical community is. What I think I need to tell you is what disease we're talking about, primary sclerosing cholangitis, and why a transplant's needed. It's needed because ultimately that disease causes liver failure. I've also given you some information about my connection. It's someone I know, Matt. Now I haven't told you who Matt is. I think I'll do that earlier in the hook, but I could say Matt, my husband, has a progressive condition called primary sclerosing cholangitis, which will ultimately cause liver failure. At that point, he will die unless he gets a liver transplant. Now I need to say something more generally about the problem of liver shortages. Well, why can't he just get a transplant? So I'm going to add, liver transplants have been routine practice since the 1980s, but unfortunately, there is a long list of patients waiting for donors. Not everyone who needs a liver gets one. Now I'm ready to go straight into my controlling idea. Animals are being used as organisms in research designed to increase the number of organs available. Okay, now I need to just go back and get my original hook. I need to tell you who Matt is, and I need to sort of engage your reader before I start using really big words like primary sclerosing cholangitis. So, now I need a hook. We want to grab their reader's attention, but also set them up to predict our point. A hook could be one of several different things. It could be an engaging anecdote, a startling statistic or interesting fact, an intriguing question, or a colorful quote. This is a great place to use an anecdote or quote that you learned about in your interview. If you don't have a real personal connection to this topic, a startling statistic or intriguing question is a good choice. But whatever you choose, it should set up your reader to anticipate the topic of your paper. Here are some examples of hooks, some of them from prior papers. Pause the video and take a minute to read them, then resume. I brainstormed a few hooks and I picked this one. Good news, my husband Matt told me. I was accepted at the UW liver transplant program. That indeed was a cause to celebrate. Now, I'm not in love with this hook, but this is a draft. Maybe by the time I get to revisions, I'll think of something better. In the meantime, it's doing the job. Now it's your turn. I can't wait to read your introductions.